Hi, I'm Stephen Huyler. I'm the curator and the conceiver of this exhibition, Sonabai, Another Way of Seeing. Its purpose is to talk about one woman's creativity in isolation, unique art that she made that for me resonates to us as human beings, our capacity to create or invent a new way of seeing, another way of approaching the difficulties that we find in our lives in the same way that Sonabai reinvented her reality. I've intended in this exhibition to show material in an innovative way, in ways that one doesn't normally see in an exhibition that might be considered ethnographic. I don't want people to view it like that. I've taken photographs that I shot in Sonabai's village, photographs that convey the creativity of the people that continued a tradition down through generations, from mother to daughter, creating this style of wall decoration. I've framed them in red enameled aluminum and set them off one another in a way that will, I hope, encourage people to think about this material. Not simply the recreation of a village street, but a way in which the individuals in this community express themselves creatively in a way that's very different from that expressed by Sonabai herself while she lived in isolation. Three years ago, I visited Dugal Visual Solutions in New York, the organization that I was working with these last 5 years to create this exhibition, and I saw one of these LED panels. They're just 5/8 of an inch thick, but they enable you to have a transparency on each side in a very small space, separately hung from one another. So for me, that inspired me to create an entire wall of LED panels, each with a different photograph, showing on the outside Sonabai's village, on the inside a completely different set of photographs that would convey the kind of lattice work that evokes the sculpted lattices that Sonabai lived with and created. The exhibition viewer enters through the LED wall, through a kind of dark portal into a space that's filled with light, color, whimsy, beauty, that was the expression of Sonabai's very unique creativity. The LED wall on the inside shows that light and color. All around are the sculptures created by Sonabai and photographs of the wonder that she expressed, the new way of seeing. More than 58 sculptures travel with this exhibition. They are made by Sonabai, by her son and other members of her family, and by many different artists that were influenced by Sonabai. There are her son and daughter-in-law, Dorogaram and Rajanbai, but also 4 different artists who live in Sonabai's village and in surrounding villages, each of whom was inspired by Sonabai's unique vision. When we worked with Sonabai and her son Dorogaram to create the sculptures for this exhibition, they decided what they would create. They made a number of different sculptures. 2 of them were sculpted bas-relief plaques that conveyed a harvest dance, a men's dance and a women's dance. It was so incredible to watch this sculpture as it evolved out of the wall itself, that we were inspired to photograph and film an entire harvest dance so that we could convey it in the exhibition. One of the artists with which we had worked initially was Parbatibai, a Dalit woman, a woman who previous to Indian independence would have been called untouchable, a woman who lived on the outskirts of the village and was not actually taught by Sonabai or her family. She initially began to sculpt simple clay toys, animals, and very simple figures. But after she saw our response to the harvest dance and that we were photographing it and that we had collected images for our exhibition, she began to sculpt her own interpretation of the dance that we exhibit in a room by itself, because they are some of the strongest sculptures that we have in the entire exhibition. One of the most exciting and I think most effective parts of the exhibition has been to create this room of dance, a room where photographs are printed onto chiffon scrims and create a series of layers of dance so that when the viewer walks through the exhibition, you're surrounded by the swirling colors and movement of dance, offset by the video of the dance and the large murals of elements of the dance around you. The public response to this exhibition has been overwhelmingly positive in San Diego. We invite you there to see it before it closes in September 2010. It's a vibrant, compelling show that we hope will travel to other museums across North America.